Hello, everybody, and welcome to stream. Hold on one moment as I reset all my settings. Yeah, oh, hold on once. Now she connected. Oh dear, I didn't set this up beforehand. I also have the cowboy hat on, but that's fine. I took it off now. Ahem! I am prepared. It did not pay all. Just like focus on doing a weird and cool intro that I completely forgot about the rest of the stream. I wouldn't do that. No, I would prepare. I prepare sometimes. I think I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at preparing. Sorry this stream is a little late, but we're here now. We're live. It's happening. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome to the stream, my stream, the only stream in which we we fumble around with words until we eventually get a coherent sentence that wasn't what we were trying to get before. That's this stream. This is the only stream that we do that. You won't find any others out there. No, sure we do. Just this one. I'm Little Red, but you can just call me Red in case you're new here and or forgot the name of the channel that you clicked on, where we fumble with words and eventually find sentences. I hope your day's going well. Hope your week's going well. And if not, hopefully this little fumbling stream of mine will turn all around for you. And the reason I am late, I will say, don't know if you can hear that, I have coffee. I'm a huge Mocha fan, for those of you who don't know. I am a massive, massive Mocha fan. I must have a Mocha before stream on most days, or else I am upset during the stream. Not actually upset. I'm just fine. I just like it because it makes you feel nice. I'm a big dark Mocha fan. I love it. It's my favorite drink of all time. I recommend everyone get it. And hopefully this week, actually will be working in the coffee shop in my school. Hold on, let me take a sip from my drink first before I tell you about that. Just building up suspense. Not all passing time until the ad break starts. No, I would never do that. I might be working I am going to be working the coffee shop. And we're still in the midst of training and like learning how to make the drinks and all the sanitization stuff. You gotta make sure everything's sanitized and all that, and all the big important details. But I'm gonna be making drinks for people, and we have what is called 0 hour, which is basically before school, and we arrive at 7:45, and we are open 18 minutes. 18 minutes. We are actually no, it's either 18 or 12. One of the two, either 18 or 12. 18 or 12 minutes of just coffee, and then people have to leave. That's going to be the most busy and stressful time of my life, but I also get full credit for working 18 minutes instead of a full hour, which is going to be something. So it's like, that's going to be fun. You know, I'm excited for it. I was originally going to do it with my best friend, but she dropped out of it because it was too stressful for her, and so she just said, you know what, I'm not going to do it. And I said, okay. I tried to convince her to change her mind otherwise, but no. She's as stubborn as a mule. And this ad break is, there we go. Ad break has started. We're good now. I want to get it done and over with before we start the stream, so no one's bombarded with ads over on Twitch's side. I gotta do a better job of doing that. I feel like I've been falling off as of late in terms of ad breaks, but on YouTube, on Twitch's side of things, like when you're streaming games. But I feel like a lot of my viewers are on YouTube anyway. That's fine. I mean, I prefer YouTube over Twitch on any given day, honestly. How is everyone doing? I never actually asked that. I always say, if you're like hope you're doing well and all that, but I never actually ask how everyone is doing. How is everyone doing? How's life been? How are things? How is stuff? How is life? What's new? What's happening? You don't have to answer all of those. Fantastic. How are you doing? I am doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, Tyrannosaurus Rex. I also really appreciate seeing you here. It's always nice to see people coming back to my streams. It makes me happy. So I'm doing great. I'm energized from my coffee, which I just finished. I can like down a coffee in like really fast. I just didn't down it in the car because I was talking. But yeah, I'm doing good. Is ad break? Our ads over? No, I don't. I think we have still what is it? They have a minute left. About a minute left. It's a minute and a half of ads. We have until the 10-minute mark. It has to be over. But then they shall. But I'm glad they're doing fantastic. Fantastic is fantastic. You know, that's why they call it fantastic. Fantasticness all around. I'm also realizing I look slightly weird with my like eyes like kind of like cropped out the top there. I feel like I should lower myself, but at the same time that might also be less funny. So I'm just gonna keep myself like this. I'll let the people over on Twitch and YouTube side question why I look like as if I have no eyebrows. And that's what it looks like to me. It just looks weird, but I actually don't have eyebrows. Ever think about that on stream? I don't have eyebrows. Oh, just look at that. Ads are over. I can stop blabbering. All right. I think we get into this story. This was my dear mother, some years back, got me a 1,000 fantasy writing prompts book, and I went through it. And some of them were pretty decent, I will admit, but one kind of caught my eye, and eventually kind of twisted in my own little way into a fun thing. So that's what we're going to be doing today, this fun little prompt. So I'm going to be pulling out War Veteran Pig here, and I shall dim the lights in the theater. Look, there it goes. Wow. So fantastic, so wonderful. And I say we get right into the story then. Ahem. So, this story starts like every other good story at my house. It starts at my house, and instead of me leaving my house, I was kind of enjoying my morning routine. I always started reading the newspaper. There was nothing too interesting in there. And you know, I was flipping through it, I was looking through it, I was doing the crossword and all that. I wasn't very good at the crossword, but eventually I heard a very sharp like knock on the front door. Excuse me! Excuse me! Coming, 1 second. And I quickly opened the door and looked like an older man. He didn't seem old. He has like a big beard and mangy and all kind of disheveled. And he stumbled into the house and just like, oh, thank God you opened the door, sir. Listen, I got a big problem here. I need you to take this off my hands. And he started to like hand me like this weird glowy orb. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Calm down. I don't know if you know this, but you can't exactly walk into someone's house and just hand them a glowy orb. You're not going to get a very good first impression. But how can I get a good first impression? Well, what's your name? Hank. Yeah, okay. Well, nice to meet you, Hank. I am War Veteran Pig. Nice to meet you too. Now take the orb. Oh, listen, pal. I don't want your magic orb, okay? The orb is a bad idea. You can't go around asking people to take your orb. Listen, they're not gonna like that. You can't just say, here, take my orbs. My orb, not orbs. Orbs would be worse. It's still bad if it's just you're asking, hey, take my orb. Listen, you can't do that. It's not good. But listen, man, I'm in real big trouble here. You don't understand. I have seen things. I've seen things that I've never meant to. I'm a witness. They can't know about this. Who's they? The Anomaly, Destruction, and Annihilation Association. The what? The Anomaly? Destruction and Annihilation Association. Or for short, ta-da! Is that seriously the abbreviation that they have? Is that like the acronym that they have for their team? They're called TADA. It's the Anomaly Destruction and Annihilation Association. Yes, it is. And they're after you because of an orb? Yes, and I need to take it off my hands. Listen, they can't catch me with it. I don't know what they want with it, but I don't care. I want it gone. I want it out of my life. I want to get out of this. And listen, pal. I don't want to get wrapped up with these guys, okay? Now listen. You listen to me, okay? Just take the orb and hide it somewhere safe. They'll hopefully not really notice that you have it, and you'll be just fine. You won't fine. You're not gonna leave my house until I take the orb out of you. No, I'm not gonna leave your house now. Okay, well, you're getting mud on my carpet, and so I have to have you leave. Yeah, I'll take the orb. Okay, I got a nice spot for it, and I kind of just walked into my bedroom and lit up a loose floorboard and kind of tucked the orb under the bed, and it's like, okay, there you go. The orb is there. It's safe. Can you leave my house now? Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Really, I mean, it just means so much to me. I was like, get out of my house, okay? Just go. I'm doing you a favor. Just go before I change my mind. Right. Sorry. I know. Sorry. And he quickly ran off and just Anomaly Destruction and Annihilation Association. What a bunch of hooey. I've never heard of this association. And I went back to my crossword and it's like, it's a 4-letter word for somebody who doesn't speak the truth. This is gonna be a toughie. Yeah, I'm not very good with this crossword. And I spent 20 more minutes on that crossword before I heard another knock on the door. Oh, for Christ's sake. Okay, coming. I opened the door. I started to open the door. Listen, pal, you were already at my house before. I don't need you to come and get... Oh! Hello, sir. And in front of me stood a strange man. He had a mask covering his entire face. I could not see his face. He had an umbrella despite it being sunny out and not a cloud in the sky. And he wore a dark suit and was standing with a few other men who had the same things. And he looked at me and just said, hello, good sir. I'm just here because I would like to have a bit of a chat with you, if that's all right. Yeah, so you can have a chat out here. That's just fine. Who are you exactly? Oh, I don't think that really matters. We're government agents. It's fine. Right, government agents. Right, so, what brings you to this small town of ours? Your government agents that are not all ominous in any way, shape, or form? Oh, I like to think that we're not ominous. Ominous. Did I not say that? You said ominous. Ominous? Ominous. Ominous. I said ominous? Yes, you did. You said it wrong. Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, I'd like to think we're not ominous. Sorry, there we go. But if... I'm glad that you think so as well. Yes, we may sit out here at the porch, unless you'd rather us come inside. Oh no, it's fine. I don't mind you just staying out here. That's perfectly fine. So again, what brings you here exactly? Well, sir, you see, we had like a bit of a, let's say, a vigilante come through these parts. Name's Hank, disheveled, tall. He seems to, like, wander around, carries a lot of dirt wherever he goes. Hank. Right. Hank. Yeah, I don't know any Hank. Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell. Maybe try the old lady down the street. She might know something about a Hank. Are you sure, sir? Are you sure you don't know anything about any Hank? Oh, I am certain, officer, government official, sir. I I've never met a Hank in my life. Mm-mm. So, hypothetically, what would you need to do with it? What do you want to do with this Hank? What do you do exactly? Well, he stole some very secretive government property, sir. I believe he might have given it to someone around here. We cut him down the ways, but he's not talking very much. He doesn't seem to have what we have. So we just want to check to make sure that no one else here is in league with Hank. Right, in league with Hank. Why would anyone be here in league with Hank? I'm telling you, it's probably that old lady. She always, when I see that old lady doing, she seems so sweet all the time, and yet when I'm not looking, she steals pies. She steals pies off of windowsills from bird windowsills. You have a lot of bird windowsills around here, sir? Oh, plenty. The birds live in houses, not in the trees. No, we live in the trees. I'm just crashing at this bird's house right now. This is even my house. Does this bird know you live here, sir? I do. Yeah, I mean, he does. Yes. Yeah, he does know I live here. It's gonna be just fine. He doesn't mind. He's out right now, though, so you can't really talk to him. Right, of course. Do you mind if we come inside for a minute? Oh, sir, I really don't think that's that good of an idea. Oh, you're already going in. Okay, and I kind of quickly followed them inside to try and persuade them, like, listen, yeah, I think you need, like, a warrant for this, to search around my house, or something like that. Don't worry, sir, we have a warrant. Listen, we just want to have a look around. We don't mean you any harm or anything. That's right, of course. And I saw them search around the house, and they all kind of shook their heads at each other occasionally. And one thing I did notice, something interesting, is that I couldn't see the men's shadows. No matter where I looked, they didn't seem to have any kind of shadow at all. And I mean, there would have been a shadow if they didn't have their umbrellas carrying around. They had to carry the umbrellas inside. That's bad luck. And eventually, some of them, they all kind of regrouped in the kitchen. It's like, all right, sir, I think we're clear. I think we might go check out that old lady that you mentioned. Right, yes, I know she's up to no good. That old lady. She stealing all those bird pie windowsill things. Stealing all of them. So you didn't find anything? No, sir. No, we did not. Okay, great. Well, I hope you gentlemen are on your way. Again, so you captured Hank? Yes. What do you plan to do with him? Oh, well, as soon as you find the government property that he stole, we'll just, send him away. He'll go to jail somewhere and probably serve a sentence and then come out just fine as a free man and, live happily ever after. Hopefully he'll learn his lesson. Right, of course. Right, of course. How could I be so silly? And you're all government officials, right? Yes, we are, sir. Okay, great. Happy to hear it. I had a bit of a paranoia for a moment that you weren't like some secret agents or something like that. But why would you worried about that, sir? No reason. No reason at all. What? Secret agents? I didn't think you worked for any kind of association or corporation. No associations. In fact, I don't even know what the word association means. I never got that far in school. I feel like that's something you learned pretty early on. Yeah. I'm self-taught. You taught yourself how to learn? Yeah, I taught myself. I just never learned about that word. Association. I've heard it, but I don't know what it means. I meant corporation, yeah. All right, sir. Well, have a good rest of your day. Thank you. Before you go, what's a 4-letter word for someone who doesn't tell the truth? Oh, it's a liar, sir. Liar. Right. And you're all government officials? Yes, sir. And Hank's okay? Yes, sir. Gotcha. All right. Have a nice rest of your day. I'll be over here in this part of the kitchen. Oh, okay, sir. And they all quickly left. And I was terrified. I couldn't believe it. Hank, the madman, the man I saw before. He shouldn't be onto something. He actually seemed, like, be correct for once about something. I mean, I never met this Hank. I thought it was, like, just kind of crazy, but he seemed correct. And so, I was terrified. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to think in the slightest. So I just kind of paced around the room. So, okay. Gotta think, right? Think. They want the orb. They want you to hand them the orb. They might do, I don't know what they did to Hank, but they'll probably do something similar to you if they find out you have the orb. You clearly are being suspicious, and you should stop pacing around back and forth and talking aloud in your kitchen. Is anybody listening? Any spies of any kind? And I was met with dead silence. Yeah, it's just... Listen, that was all pretend. If there are any spies out there, just all... I'm not... You don't have to worry about me. Just faking it. Yeah, making up scenarios, They don't believe any of this. I kind of was outside. Okay. Ah! So there are spies! Come on out. Yeah, I'm fine. Another one of the guys came out, still holding his umbrella. Alright, what do you want from me? Why are you spying on me? Because we know you're pretty sure you have the orb. Right. You're probably right on that one. So you admit that you have the orb? No, I said probably. Are you the only one here? No, sir. You have the entire house surrounded. We haven't left yet. And I looked out the window and saw all of them, and just yeah, I see your point. Well, I have a perfect strategy to get out of the situation. Okay, why are you telling me this? I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm talking aloud. And just like, hey, listen, I'm gonna have to detain you, sir. And he started to walk up to me. And I did the very first thing that came to mind. Oh my gosh, look over there. There's a thing. What? Look over. Oh my god. And in my flustered attempt to try and distract him, I just end up shoving him out of the way and darting to the bedroom to quickly reach under the bed at the loose floorboard. The people, they started breaking in through the windows. Glass was shattering. I ripped open the floorboard. I quickly wrapped my hooves around the orb. I clutched it to my chest. They began to surround me. I closed my eyes, and everything stopped. It simply all just stopped. They're all frozen. All of them are frozen in place. I kind of held up the orb a little bit. I kind of slit my way past them, making sure to still keep a good grip on it. And just... Okay. This has taken a very strange turn so far. This is not a normal orb. This is not a normal glowy orb. And I kind of peered into the orb a little bit. And suddenly, as soon as I glanced into it, I felt myself getting transported. I was traveling somewhere, somewhere through the mind more so than through the physical body. And I was traveling light years, traveling through the universe, comprehending more than I ever could have seen before. And the world passed me by light years, thousands and thousands of years, time and age, reversing, traveling forward, backward, sideways even. I saw the space-time continuum, so much was happening at once, and then I woke up in a field. in the middle of a random field. I didn't know where my house was. I didn't know where I was. So there was only one simple sound I could make. Like there. Such an extended period of time. I don't know what I just saw. But the orb remained in my hand. At least so I thought. Except the most interesting thing was that the orb seemed to be gone. Yeah, I felt different in a way, but the orb was gone. I didn't see my house anyway. I was in the middle of a random field, and I kind of just sat up. I felt rejuvenated. I felt like I had energy, but everything just felt different, per se. And so I started to walk around and see where I was, and I walked up to, I saw like a little man in a farm nearby, and I said, excuse me, sir. Oh, Shaboyadola! I'm sorry. Oh, Shaboyadola, listen, pal. Oh, hold on. Actually, wait. One more time. Say it one more time. Oh, Shaboya, oh, yeah, oh, da, da. Wait, man, I know what he's saying. He's just got a bit of an accent. Listen. I can understand this. You see, folks, I can speak little weirdo. It is one of my many talents, and so I somehow found myself able to communicate with this little man. I don't remember being able to speak little weirdo before, but I knew the language and I could understand it. And I said, oh yeah, boo cha cha. And I'll simply translate for this story. I asked him where I was, and he said, oh, you're on the edge of Little Weirdo Town. Welcome to our little village. How can I help you? Right. Listen, I want to get back to my little town. Can you tell me where that is? I mean, what's the name of your little town? My little town. Oh, the people who were named it weren't very creative, were they? No, they were not. Can you point me in the direction? Oh yeah, just north up that way, take a right on the road, and like 50 miles, about a walk, you should get there. 50 miles? What day is it? Exactly, sir? Right, it's Tuesday. Right. And the time? It's about 10:30, actually. 10:30? So what you mean to tell me is that I traveled 40 miles in 5 seconds? Because I have a clock that reads, like, I have the seconds. I have a fancy clock. It reads seconds, and I think yours does too from that little watch on your hand. Yeah, it does. So you know how many seconds have passed? So it's been 5 seconds that I traveled that length. Why, it just seems so, sir. Oh my god. Okay. That's a lot to take in. Thank you. I'm be on my way now. Are you doing okay? I'll be fine. Yeah, maybe I just head off this way. And I started to travel off, and though it was one of the little weirdos was kind of watering the garden, and as I was walking by, I accidentally tripped on the garden hose, and I expected to fall face first on my face. I tripped on it, I fell forward, but instead of falling, I just, wow, whoa, okay then, we're flying. This was not what I was expecting for today. Can I stop flying? Is it possible to stop flying? Abracadabra? And that didn't really seem to work. Baff! Ow! Yeah, that hurt. Oh, sorry, you okay? Just fine. Just fine. Okay. You wouldn't happen to know if some strange men came through here, did they? What do you mean by strange? I mean, like, guys in black suits, wore a mask over their entire face, have umbrellas, even though it's the bright daylight, you know? Oh, I can't say I have, sir, but, what should I do if they do come by? Tell them I was never here. I think I might have fused with a magic orb. You what? I fused with a magic orb. I don't know how or why, but, do you know... Can you point me in the direction the nearest magic orb diffuser? Sure. I can do it. He's kind of down the road and to the left, actually. You want to walk down that way. His name is Garbuncle. Garbuncle, the magic orb diffuser? Garbuncle, the magic orb diffuser. Yes, that's him. Okay, thank you. And they begin to walk off in that direction. And as I began to walk, I did notice, I thought I heard a little rustling in the bushes, though I didn't pay too much attention to it at the time. And I kept walking, and eventually I came across a little tent. And from inside I heard like the shriek of a woman, just like, "How dare you, sir? You are a scammer! You didn't help me defuse with my magic orb at all!" Well, listen, ma'am, you weren't fused with it in the first place. You just have the orb with you. There's a difference. Oh, how dare you accuse me of not fusing with my orb? My husband is trapped in this orb. Ma'am, I really imply you just visit like a mental hospital or get a therapist or something, because I can assure you, I saw your husband yesterday. He was telling you he was going to Cambodia. Oh, how dare you! You would never say such things. Okay, get out of my tent! Go! Get here! And the woman, like, huffed out and walked away. Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna like this guy. He seems to... I think he knows what he's talking about. Hopefully, I like to imagine. And I walked into the tent. Excuse me, sir. Hey, what do you want? What is it? Are you Hank, the magic orb diffuser? Why, yes, I am. Who's asking? My name was War Veteran Pig. I seem to have a magic orb fused with me. And I kind of wanted to see if I can get it separated. Want to see if we can get it separated? Oh, okay, yeah, that's my whole shtick. Okay, come sit down on this mat. We'll see if we can get the orb out of you. First, we gotta determine what it is. And I was like, okay. And I went down and sat on the mat, and he sat in front of me. And it's just, we sat together, and he lit some candles, and it's like, so when did this happen, boy? Well, you see, it started happening earlier today when I got chased down by some organization, you know. Some fake government agent, some guy handed me this orb, and it's just been a big hassle. Alright, guy handed you the orb, fake government agents, got it. And so, then what happened? Well, all time froze. I peered into the orb, saw a bunch of stuff, and then I woke up in a field, and 5 seconds had passed, and I was like 50 miles from my house, and... It's been a big issue ever since, and it started floating at one point. You started floating? Yes, I started floating. That's pretty normal with magic orbs. That's something major to worry about. I think this will be a simple fix. And we sat together, and he just close your eyes, young boy. Let me work my magic. And I closed my eyes, and he kind of waved his hands around, just, oh, yeah, but I Are you just singing the lyrics to that one song? Keep your eyes closed. Keep them closed. Oh, okay, sorry. Bum bum. And he began to wave his hands around. I felt the magic pooling up around me. And suddenly, it's like, yes, I see the orb. I see it in you. It is. Wait a minute. What kind of orb is this? I never seen anything like it. Oh my gosh! And suddenly there was a loud crash of lightning. Sparks went flying on the tent. Everything kind of exploded a little bit. And I opened my eyes, and immediately the spell broke. And he just looked at me, boy, that is much more than a regular magic orb you've been fused with. What kind of orb is it? That is a fourth dimensional orb. That is one from beyond the space-time continuum. That is one of the few celestial orbs that is a god. I'm sorry. You're telling me the magic orb that is fused with me is a god? I mean, yes. Exactly that. That's exactly what I'm telling you. I have a god fused with me? Yes. They're probably hiding from those fake government agents. They probably want to do something with it. It's very powerful, it seems. Yeah, probably. Okay. How can I... Is there any way I can get this out of you? Any way at all? Not much I can do right now, boy, but who are these government agents after you? These fake ones? Well, they were the Anomaly Destruction Annihilation Association, or TADA for short. TADA? You're liquid. You have TADA after you? You know him? Of course I know him. Who doesn't know TADA? They've been hunting me for years. The Anomaly Destruction Annihilation Association, eliminating any threats in the universe that they deem worthy of being too powerful. That's that orb. I mean, it's a good thing that nothing has too much power. But they don't care if it's a good or evil power. They just don't like power in general. They want to be in power and use it for themselves. That's not great. These guys don't sound like great guys. We gotta get out of here. We can't talk. I can't help you. I'm sorry, you can't help me. I gotta get this orb out of me. I don't want them to come after me. I mean, then they're just gonna use me. I don't want them to use me. You really gotta word that differently. I don't want them to use me for experiments and, like, use me for the power that I have in me. That's a little better. That sounds better. Thank you. Thank you so much. No, you gotta help me, man. How can we get this out of me? Well, the simplest trick is just, we gotta find someone. Find some place. This orb seems to have been brought here through the, I don't know, some magic ritual of some kind. They're trying to take it from you, more or less. That's why it's here. That's why it's here with you. And they condense it into this orb. Now, the simplest trick is we just gotta find a way to have you in this orb part ways. Part ways. Got it. How am I gonna do that? Well, have you ever, tried asking the orb? Asking the orb inside of me? I mean, no, I haven't. Orb? How can we possibly separate so that I'm able to go back to my normal life beforehand? I mean, I guess my life was never normal. But how can we separate so that I'm able to go back to the life Oh! I began to have a vision. I was traveling through the galaxy. I witnessed as I get pulled down by the Anomaly Destruction and Annihilation Association. I saw the orb floating through space as it got condensed into its orb-like form. And I was the orb. I felt the orb. I traveled with the orb. And eventually it landed on this planet. And they're about to grab it. I felt its fear. I felt its terror at the moment. They'll quickly ran in, and it was simple. It was hope. The orb told Hank to deliver it to me, that I would know what to do. To deliver it back to the hill, and once it came at the highest point where the moon is its highest. And that way, it can rejoin with its lover upon the moon, and they can live happily ever after and take care of the universe once more. Oh my god! That was insane! What do you see? What happened? We gotta go to a hill. That's it? We just gotta go to a hill? A very specific hill at the at like midnight when the moon is highest. Is it gonna be like a full moon tonight, do you think? Yeah, like a blue moon, I think. Like that gigantic moon where it gets all big. Right, okay. Gotta go up there and, you know, meet with the moon. And so the moon is able to pull it back. So I believe, I never really specified that bit, to rejoin with its lover. Is its lover the moon? I mean, I think its lover is on the moon. I was about to say, it's kind of weird that a god would fall in love with a planet. But I mean, you know, gods are weird sometimes. They're into their own stuff, okay? Just, some gods might like planets, some gods might not. Listen, pal, I don't think this is a really good time to talk about what gods are into, if they like planets or not. I have an orb inside me and a bunch of agents after me. I think we should head out. You're right. You probably don't wanna. We gotta get out of here before they see us. Still pretty bright and early, so we're gonna wander around a little bit. Oh, where's this hill exactly? I don't know. Let me go back to pal or buddy. I don't know what they call you. Where is this hill? Ah! And I witnessed the hill. Up, I traveled, saw the path it must lead down, and the roads weaving. And I saw time pass. How long exactly would it take us to get there? It would take several hours, but eventually we reach the hill. Okay. So the hill, I know the way to go. It's gonna take a long walk, but I think we'll eventually get there, and hopefully they won't be expecting us. Oh, my dear boy. This is the Anomaly Destruction and Annihilation Association. They always will be expecting us. Even now. But listen, there's a clear way to tell them among other people. You see, shadows never lie. I'm sorry, shadows never lie? It's a long story. There's a giant shadow snake that lives on a desert planet off in the distance. That might be the god's lover. It's another god. It's a giant shadow snake that only speaks the truth. It's like just a massive shadow. But it just, whatever the person's true form is, will appear in their shadow. Actually, pretty cool, actually. I know! So that's why they have the umbrellas all the time. So that way you couldn't actually see their shadow and couldn't see their true form. Oh. What do they look like in their true form? Terrifying, my dear boy. Terrifying. Oh. So not cool? No. No, not, I mean, maybe a little cool, but not. I'm gonna try to kill you. They're gonna try and kill me? You didn't piece that together already? Guess not, no. Oh my god. Okay. Let's head out. We gotta move fast. But don't catch up to us. Right, of course. They're probably already on our tails right now. You fumble with your words? Yes, I did, because I'm nervous. Okay, let's go. And so we began to walk. I walked on the path, and I led us down. We passed through several towns. And I, like, looking around warily, trying to spot them at all. And I noticed something at one point. That we were being followed. Several hours had passed, and these three men were following us. I kind of nudged Garbuncle in the sides. Hey, Garbuncle, look at those men back there. Yeah, I see them. What about them? They've been following us for the past Several hours. You weren't actually keeping track of how long they were following us, were you? No, but I assume it's several hours. And I'm very suspicious of them and think they might be the agents. Yeah, you might be right. They do have umbrellas at this time of day. Seems weird they have the mask on their face. Yeah, they're the agents. What do we do? Oh my god, what do we do? We just keep on walking and hope they don't notice us. Right. Right, of course. Keep walking, act casual, and hope they don't really notice or draw any attention to them. So that way, don't draw any attention to ourselves. Except, you know, I might have magic powers now. I can keep those under control, I'm pretty sure. I think achoo! I sneeze, and suddenly a large telekinetic blast blew everything in my path in front of me away. Oh, a bunch of people, cattle. There was the middle of the farmer's market even. Everything went flying forward and toppling around. And we both kind of just stood there. Well, so much for not drawing attention to ourselves. Time to run now! And we began to take off. Ran as fast as we could, and I'm an out-of-shape pig, I will admit. I didn't know. I wasn't very good at running. I don't think I could outrun all these agents. They were chasing after us. It was terrifying. But as we were running and cut off through the woods, I began to see it. I saw them through the back, and I turned around. I saw them begin to transform into their true forms. They seemed to be shapeshifters. I understood why they wore the mask. It's because they had no eyes, no ears, no nose. Only a grinning mouth of sharp teeth. Their limbs extended. Their skin turned a charred black. Their backs arched. They were like terrifying monsters. Their hands turned into scythes. And I ran at full speed. Just, oh my god! Oh my god! They calm. They can sense your fear. I think they can. And anyone can sense my fear. Look at me. I'm terrified. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, we should really keep on going. I'm terrified as well. And we ran, and they seemed to be catching up to us. And I turn around and just, okay, guys, just stop. Why don't you just stop? And that's as soon as I yelled stop, they froze in place. Oh. Man. These are really some powers of this god I have here. Yeah, I mean, it's quite nice, but I don't think that's going to last long. And I began to see them start to move again and just, you know, you're right, we should get going again. That's a good idea. Let's go. We ran off and I heard them break free of their frozen chains and began to move again. I heard the screeches of the monsters behind us and more start to come around. I was like, okay, listen, we're not on the right hill here, but, oh, actually not on a hill at all. I have an idea. I hope this mad god, that is not mad god, sorry. I hope this god has some more tricks up his sleeve. What are you hoping for? I'm hoping that, you know, he can also, like, you know, travel through time and such, and space, and everything. And so to be able to get to, I traveled to a field in 5 seconds. That tagline is traveling through time and space at the same time. So I'm able to, if I'm able to focus enough, we can get to the hill at the exact moment, or at the exact time that we're actually meant to get there. Well, what are you waiting for? Do it! And I quickly grabbed Garbuncle's hand and just held on to it tightly, closed my eyes to focus. I felt them closing in around, and once again, everything just froze. And the orb was in my hand once more. And Garbunkle was there. He wasn't frozen, but it was just kind of looking around. Just, wow. Look at this. I can literally touch his face and he doesn't even mind. Look at that. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Hey. You're frozen. Yeah, you can't chase me anymore, you big terrifying monster. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Garbunkle. Yeah? Focus. please. Right. Right, sorry. And I kind of like held the orb in my hands. Listen, Mr. Orb, I really just need you to travel me and Garbuncle to the hill at the right time so that way we can, get there and everything can be just fine. And the orb, I felt kind of understanding with this. Like, okay, Garbuncle, this is going to be the weirdest part. I need you to stare deeply into the orb and it's going to transport us to the place. Got it. And it's going to be a really weird journey. I mean, I've taken psychedelics before. I know what a weird journey is like. I think this might be weirder. It's really weird. Okay, I'm ready. We both peered into the orb. And then suddenly we felt ourselves being transported. Our minds traveling grand distances. We saw the world. We saw the space-time continuum. We traveled across it forward in time and traveled back to our own planet at the exact spot we need to be. And we both woke up laying in the field on top of the hill. Just see what I mean? Yeah. That was quite the experience there, to say the least. I don't think anything's ever gonna top that. Yeah, okay. Just a few more seconds here. Any minute now, we should have this orb get back to its old master. But then I heard a voice. Wait! And I saw the man I saw before. I saw him transform into the monster he really was. And he's like, we do not wish for you to take the orb back. Please listen to us. Listen, you government agent. Except you're not really a government agent. You're a part of that association. And you know what? I was lying about the whole bird thing. Yeah, I mean, we pieced it together. It was a pretty obvious lie. Oh, really? It was? Yeah, I mean, you think we believe that you bird windowsills? Really? I mean, it's a thing. Some birds do have houses. Oh, really? Yeah. I actually didn't know that. Well, now you do, because I've been stalling for time this entire time. And just like, how much time has passed? About 5 seconds. You actually got here a little early. It's a few minutes before the moon's at its highest point. Oh, really? A few minutes? Yeah, I think so. Maybe. I actually don't know. I never really pay attention to these things. Well, I'm stalling some more! Ah! Do I keep stalling? Well, hear me out first, sir. Please, do not have this orb return to the skies. You see it as a mad god. We simply came here to contain it. It wishes to destroy your world. We wish to save you from its inevitable end. Listen, pal. I don't care. I don't think this is a mad god, okay? I think it's just, like, contained. I think it just... end... what's this god supposed to do? It'll be the end of the universe. The end of everything. Eventually, one day, all will end. And it will be at his hands. We cannot let that happen. Listen, pal, end is inevitable. It's going to happen at some point, no matter what you do. You can't prevent it by... Like, did you say repent it? I meant prevent it. I realized I messed up. Okay, I didn't prepare the speech ahead of time. You can't prevent it. It's gonna happen. So either you're gonna let me send this god back up, or I don't trust you. I don't trust you with this kind of power. I don't trust you to contain it. Whatever this god is, I don't trust you. Actually, I don't know if this god has a lover. I think it does. It must be up there with its lover. In the skies. The true love of the god. You see, the true love of the god is simply itself. This is only the one part of the god. The other one creates life. This one destroys it. If we only create life, then nothing can end. Listen, pal, I just said end is inevitable. I don't think you hear me out here. End mustn't be inevitable. We must contain the god. No. What? I say no. What do you mean, no? I mean, no, I'm not gonna let you contain the god. Why? Because I don't want you to. But I'm a man in authority. You gotta listen to me. No, I don't. Whoever said that? I did. When? Just now! Doesn't make any sense. Of course it does. If I say things, it always is true. Oh, come on, that's just a lie. No, it's not. I'm always tell the truth. Ah, fine. Fine. You may tell the truth sometimes. But you didn't tell the truth about the bird thing. It's true. But I also, you know what I also think? I think you're a four-letter word for someone who doesn't tell the truth. A liar, as you helped me solve that one part of my crossword. We actually finished it while you were away. We thought we'd do that for you. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. But you see, I've been stalling even more this entire time. I stalled for even longer now. And I see the moon is directly above us. I will begin to... Oh, I'm floating. Okay, I thought I was going to be able to talk more. Hold on. I'm floating up to the moon. I begin to fly into the sky. Fly higher and higher. High as high it goes. I flew up, and I flew up. And eventually, I came face to face with the moon. And I saw something that I could hardly comprehend. Some being of like pure light. It seemed bright and light and full of wonder, and his eyes were completely dark. Though, as I was up there, I felt the orb seep from me, and it came out of me and formed in front of me, and it cracked and shattered into its own separate being, a complete opposite of the being in front of me that I could hardly comprehend. And together they formed. They simply reformed together, merging to create one being. Except though, the one made of darkness, the complete opposite one, the one of darkness who had 4 little white eyes, stared back at me. And he simply said, "Thank you, war-veteran pig. We really appreciate what you've done here." I don't think I've ever heard a god say, like, you really appreciate it. That's nice. You know, I like they can be so casual like that. Without you, the world would never end. We wish you the best of luck in all your futures. And if you ever need help on anything, you know who to call. Actually, don't know who to call at all. Can you, like, tell me your name or something? I can try and tell you. It's just, you know, you might not be able to understand. I mean, it's fine if you can try. It's a name beyond my comprehension, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. Do you have any nicknames at all? At all? Anything at all I can call you? So I know who to call? No, not really. No, I don't think so. Alright, well, I think we should wrap this conversation up because it seems like the other guys down there are kind of swarming Garbunkle. So I think I should go help him. But, I'll just give you the nickname of Red. How about that? Red. I like that. Alright. Well, with this journey done, I shall reset everything. So that way, everything was as it was meant to be, and I was never truly captured in the first place. So, I won't remember any of this. I mean, it'll be there in the back of your mind. It'll always be there. So it's like as if it kind of never happened in a sense. Though it did happen. But like everything will just have been forgotten a little bit. You have a lot of power, don't you? I do. Use that power wisely? I like to think so. Are you gonna one day end the universe? One day. Only when the time is right? Only when the time is right. Okay. I believe you. Alright, I erased my memory. And then suddenly, I woke up in my bed. Like it was just all a dream. I got up. I took my coffee. I sat down and ate some eggs. And I got myself the daily newspaper. And everything felt off. It felt like wow, what a weird dream that was. And I kind of thought back on it. It was just like, man, that was a weird experience. I don't think I ever had like a dream. That was a very vivid dream, you know? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll forget about it by tomorrow. It's fine. As I went to go do the crossword, I noticed every single thing was filled in. And I kind of just stood there and stared at it for a moment. Just. It was real. It was real! It's fun. Oh gosh, and now I have a god on my side now. Help me out with anything. That's interesting. Okay. And so I went on with my life as per usual, and so did Garbunkle. I never heard from the Anomaly Destruction and Annihilation Association ever again. But I did know that they were watching me on occasions. I could see them in the bushes. They never did jump out. And I occasionally waved to them, and they kind of got all awkward and didn't know what to do. But on very rare occasions, they waved back. They didn't flee, but you know, I felt happy. And I thought it was a happy ending to the story. The end. I liked that one. I thought it was weird, but it was also fun and goofy. And I hope you guys also enjoyed it thoroughly. I know it was a bit of a pretty longer one than usual. But everyone watching, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Because I thought it was fun. And yeah. So also, as always, as per usual at the end of these streams, if you ever wish to submit your own improv story prompts, whatever they may be, that form I just put in the Google chat, I mean not Google chat, in the Twitch and YouTube chat, you can go there, fill out those 2 questions, and just like your improv story, it's like simple 2 questions. You can fill them out if you want. One you can leave blank if you want to remain anonymous, and just I will turn that into a prompt. I'll do a story about that. So yeah, I'll give you some time to do that. But you know, I think, well, as per usual, next Friday we'll be back with more. I think sometime next week we'll have off, but I'm not quite sure when. One of the days we'll have off, but we'll be back tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Friday, with more Red Dead Redemption. I hope see you all there, and if not, maybe come back for Monday's story stream if you enjoy these more. So, till then, though, till I see you next. Also, please consider subscribing and following. I feel like I'm terrible at self-advertising. Just do that. It would the support would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. I would love it if you could do that. And if not, you know, I can't stop you. You have your own free will. And yeah, I'm head back out to space. If you're in space, I'll see you there. And if not, then I won't. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.